What is good, boys and girls? Welcome to day 339 of backtesting. Apparently, we are 26 days away, bro. 26 days away. So, without delay, let's just get backtesting. Uh, so we're gonna. This one came in a little bit early because I had some other stuff to do during this evening. So, without delay, let's just get started. We're gonna be doing London session IFVGs, but we're gonna be dealing with gold. So let's see how it all goes. Like this. I hope it's visible now. All right. Now my internet looks kind of slow, but hopefully I can get it to respond. I think it's some stuff that I'm downloading that's making it go slow. Probably in the next few minutes, we'll be phasing out real quick. Let me just give a quick check on get a quick check on the live stream and see if it's not lagging. Okay, yeah, let's get going. London session IFPGs. Right, so first things first is we will start on the next London session. I'm learning how to read price like in different conditions. Like whether we are in London, whether we're in New York, I'm sure I can read price and know like we're going here or we're consolidating or some stuff like that. So for example here, you can see we are at all-time highs. We have like around this low here. Let's not run 4 hour though. That's nothing. It would be good if you can run these lows, but one thing I can see that we have this gap here that's holding. It's a 4 hour, so we could potentially have some displacement higher. We have this Asia high as a good, it has a good area for, I would consider as a solid draw. Right, first thing I see is that we get a solid liquidity run here. Gonna wait a little bit and see how it goes. I have these lows here. Look like we are in some sort of consolidation, so I would wait for some sort of like breakout, which I see that we get higher, but then I remember price is bullish, so there's a chance that it would hold more bullish than go lower in this kind of scenario. So we get this inverse around here after this liquidity run and 1 hour and 15-minute gap holding. So you could just wait and see if it actually like displaces higher towards that Asia high, this high that's right here, and then I would have like a stop that's below the 15-minute or something like that. Okay, so this will be like 1.3 hour trade or something like that. Let's see if it works out. Then I would like to move to break even once this high here gets run. So it's a very close high. Now wait, and you can see that that high gets run, trail to break even, and wait. Looks like we're going to get stopped at a break even. And bang, it hit a 1.2 R, very good one on this inversion. And the good thing about this is that it was a higher time frame. I mean, the fact that it was a 15-minute made it a play that I will be confident in, even though there was some like LR around here that could potentially get taken out at a later time in the day. Let's go to the next London session. Looks like this one was good. By the way, I don't think that was a London session play only. It's like what would I call it? Like, and London, yeah, the kills on London and New York overlap. Yeah, that's what I would call it. Now, if I go to the 4 hour here. We're still in some chop. That's why the chances here are I don't take a trade, or I take like a very low attempt from trade, like a 5 or 1 minute kind of situation here. Now we've just run these Asia highs. I think we could displace lower to obviously these lows here. These lows here are a good draw. And we'll wait. It looks like we're having no movement, no solid movement. Just run this slow here inside of this PPR. Look at these constant rejections here. Rejection, 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 rejection. Look at the way we keep displacing lower and creating low after low. So I see that we are reversing a couple of gaps here, such as this one here. So I think that lows could be good. And I think we could start getting drives towards this low here. Honestly, considering that this 15-minute, hoping that, okay, I think that would be like hoping though. Because look at this drop. I'm going to wait. Can see that we're still chopping. Only if this 15-minute here can get inversed, then it will be a better trade. Right now you get at least another run that will be worth it around here. This is the run that will be worth it for longs. I mean for shorts, sorry. Then we end up getting this 15-minute inverse around here. This liquidity run here, liquidity run here. Now, if we check this 1 hour, you can see that it's still in chop. That's why I wouldn't trust any of these moves. That's why like trying to take shorts around here will be self-sabotage. I don't think so. Now we have these two liquidity runs, this one here and this one here. Not in any POI, I'd say. Is it a 30? Oh, it's actually a 30 minutes, so I think not bad, not bad. We can try it out. Let's see if we can have a 15-minute short here. Stop at this high here. Then we take profit at this level here. Wait. Bam, this low here gets run. And that's our call to trail the stop loss. Oh, that was close. If it doesn't melt towards that Asia low, will be cooked, and bang, it's the Asia low. So you can see, actually, I think this is New York instead. This was New York, so I think I should keep tape reading gold, but then the fact that I'm at work is a disadvantage. But either way, I like reading price when we have these kinds of conditions where like I'm getting constantly puzzled back to back. You can see that the best movement happens around here. All right. Still have this low here though. This low here looks quite good. Let's see. Yeah. So you can see that we're still in the consolidation and playing inside what I would call like the daily range or something like that. So let's go to the next trading day here. Next London session. Check the daily. Remove this, check the 4 hour. Displacing higher, we have this beautiful liquidity run. Price is somewhat bullish. We have this high here. If you check the 1 hour, so if we're bullish, we might retrace for some like liquidity run. This would be a good one, but either way, I'm just looking for long, so I'd like to see a place to position myself for longs, which will be like bullish inversions. I mean, yeah. Wait, will they be bullish or bearish? Bullish. I mean, bearish gaps that get inversed. For example, like this one, if it gets inversed, it would be great. And it looks like it's not, because if it holds bearish, then I'm going to take sells. For example, look at this 15-minute closure. So we have, or let me just draw it out so that you can be clear. Have a 15-minute gap here. 5-minute also looks like it's going to inverse here. So we're technically going to trade from internal to external. And here, bank. Ooh, this would have been a good break-even level after this low here. But yeah, we accept the L. Okay, next London session. Check the daily. 4-hour, quite bullish. If you can have this, would be great. But I think price looks quite bullish here. This wasn't no FG retracement, but this was a good displacement higher. You can see that we had a small 5-minute inverse around here for potential longs. All right, so after this inverse, you can see that we keep proceeding higher. I think this 2-minute here is good, like around here, because we have 5-minute here holding. Now, I'd like to see if just only this high get run for me to trail quickly, like very quickly to break even. Break even right there. And wait. Bang. Take profit gets hit for 2.3 hour. So you can see that London actually works, but on Nasdaq's, I'd say it's a different story. On NQ, quite good. I mean, what have I say? On gold, it's a different story because let's say I don't think I've ever done like gold London session 2025. Maybe that's the next session I'll do. We'll see. Uh, Let me check it out, by the way. Inversion model 2018, blah 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 blah. Gold inversion strategy. This was New York, I think. Inversion New York, I guess as well. Wasn't this New York? Yeah, it was New York. I don't think this was New York though. Let me check it. Let me check it out a little bit. Results. Trade view. I see that I was taking them at around 10, 9. It wasn't like in London or like that overlap. So this is okay. This is okay. Let's continue this one here. Play. You can see you actually have a high win rate, but that flipped quite quickly. I do London session. If you check the 1 hour, we're having some quite continuous movement here. What is good, FYP? Respect back to you, man, for showing up. Hope you're having a great Sunday. Let's wait for this 1 hour to close, though. Okay, what do I notice is that we get this gap here holding. Remember, I gotta focus on knowing that letting price play out and learning to react is the most important, other than trying to force direction. Because for example, I can see that the 15 minute is about to close bearish. The 5 minute, on the other hand, has just inversed, for which I think these shorts will be very, very beautiful because I'm selling from a premium, targeting a discount area. For example, this will be the draw here. Even though this is a counter trend trade, so it will be quite risky. But if we have something like this, let's see if we have some unfilled gaps that could potentially ruin the trade. So for example, there is this one here. It's doing another 1% short. Can see that after tapping into that 15 minute, is it a 15 minute? Yes, price starts rejecting and going higher, which is not good for the trade. So let's see if this is a power of three just printing out, or if we're going to get stopped out, which you can see it's quite obvious that we're going to get stopped out. Bang, we're out. So the good play here was having this area as a break-even level, but then the only bad thing here is that we had, I don't know, like around 4 points for me to go to break even, which is quite small. So if we had a solid displacement through, I honestly would have moved to break even. Right, so what do I see here? You think price is going to keep going higher? Yo, what is good, Ash? We have a good inverse right here in the 15 minute, 1 hour. I'd say this gap would hold, but I'm not gonna take any trade for this session because I am limiting myself to one trade a day. But let's wait and see what happens. Right, next London session, check the daily. Right, that was the 4 hour in the next London session. Looks like this gap here is holding. 1 hour, we've just had a good inverse here. Since price is bullish, usually the draw for the session could be like this high here or this high here. Yeah, so all I gotta do now is just wait and wait, and we get a good liquidity run here on these lows. Ash, I trade inversions, man. ICT, trade ICT. Now if this 5 minute here could get inversed, there will be some good longs, but looks like price has other plans, so I would like to wait because my draw is bullish and I wouldn't like to force anything. I'm just going to wait and see how price moves. So you get another beautiful liquidity run here, and we're getting some good displacement after we had these inversions here. Let's see what happens. Quiet consolidating area. Okay, now we start displacing. Here's the entry, stop loss around here, and maybe this could be the targets for 1.4 hour. Now we wait, and The fact that we ran these highs and started reversing it doesn't look good. So I think I'm gonna trail to break even here and get stopped out of break even. Because why would we run this high and then keep dropping? Let's see, we get stopped out around 432 because what kind of movement was this? So I'd say this was a break-even trade in my opinion. Uh, stuff like this because we just run this high, so this is a solid break-even level for me. Let's go to the next London section. I think I should switch from London to like the kill zones instead, because in those kill zones, price is holding like crazy. If it's bullish, like it's terribly flying, and like if it's bearish, it's dumping like crazy. It always looks like we have rows lower and higher because we have Asia highs and Asia lows. So we'll see where price is displacing to and then ride the wave. Looks like we're displacing towards these lows here, and that's good. What do we get here? We have CISD, retracement to the CISD. Then we get some sort of long. Entry should have been here, but yeah, we're late. Then we could potentially move to break even once we tap into this 15-minute fair value gap, because this is a buy side. Why is it blue though? Make this stuff black. Okay, now my full draw will be like all the way to these highs, but I'd like to see how price behaves inside of this gap, so I will be trailing aggressively and see how price moves. Right, we start trailing. You can see price is now moving slowly once it's in this gap. We start printing well, cool red candles. Now wait for if we can break above this high here, I will trail on this low and break even. Yeah, break even on this one. But honestly, it was a good one. Let's see if it works out on the rest of the day though. All right. Yeah, nothing here. Next London session. Looks like the last days of January will be going so slow. Check the daily. How's price moving? Quite slow. Check the 4-hour. Bullish. Have this high here. Check the 1-hour. Nothing just yet. Have this gap here. I do think price is bullish, so let's read it. We're on Monday. Looks like we have a small gap here. Okay, we are holding inside of this fair value gap. And we end up having this gap here hold and having a very beautiful IFVG. So we have this FVG, then IFVG, Like to see if we retrace. Okay, then we start displacing higher. So after this gentle retracement, we start displacing higher, which I think we can have some longs towards this high and move to break even once these highs here get run. This is a break even around here because you can see we hit the highs and then we retrace. Wow, looks like we're getting back-to-back break evens. So it's okay as long as it was a good trade. I'd say we had good liquidity setup right here, but since price ran this high here, then displays lower, then obviously we were wrong about the bias because it might be possible that we are even going to consolidate instead of just having, you know, the bullish or bearish movement. Let's go on the next London session. Check the daily. Hour. Ooh, this 4 hour actually looks good. Look at this thing here. And the draws looks like these all-time highs are good draws here. Now we wait to read. Let's read. Oh, come on. So the thing is, we can make 2.3k risking 1% over the course of a month. Trading gold only. There's a small inverse here. If you can have this 15-minute or 30-minute get tapped into, then longs will be quite good because I believe the draw here is bullish. All right, we've got it right here. IFEG. I'd like to see the CISD that forms here. Now my overall draw will be like these highs, but I'd like to close most of the position, if not all of the position, at this high, and my stop will be somewhere here. Right, there goes some sort of CISD and displacement higher. It looks like we're going to get stopped out at a break even. Okay, then we trail. I honestly think closing the position here will be like a great thing instead of continuing to hold inside of this move, because it looks like we're going to edge this side. Look at this edge. By how many points? By around 0 not even a full point, not even a full point, bro. Very crazy. So this is your sign to close partials. This is your sign to take profits when you can, because what kind of movement is this? So this is good, man. This is good. This was in the start of 2026, by the way. Go to the next London session, check the daily. Price is still flying like crazy. Okay, so price is already at all-time highs. I don't know what it's going to do, because it's creating high after high. What do we see here? 15-minute is dropping lower, kinda. I have this gap here holding, and an inversion at the all-time high. So what do we have here? I don't see anything that strong that could hold the price bearish. Maybe if this gap here could hold as well, then shorts will be great. Shorting all-time highs. So now right here, stop right there, and see if you can displace maybe like with these lows here, these lows that warrant a run. Now wait. Bang, TP gets hit right away. Very beautiful, man. Very beautiful 2.2R. It's 28th of January, so we still have a couple of days before January could end. Bro, gold is so beautiful. Alright, we'll remove this and see how the next move goes. This was a fair value gap retracement entry, like this one right here. We tap into the gap, then we get this beautiful rejection, and I enter off of this because we have inversed a couple of gaps. The fact the price was trying to move lower and we weren't inversing. Right, so if you check the 4 hour, looks like it's rejecting. We'll see how it goes. Next London session, check the daily. Price is looking bullish. 4 hour, there is nothing. Well, we actually have an unfilled 4 hour gap here. I have a couple inversions on the 15-minute here. Then get this small gap holding. Bang, it's take profit. So this was a quick, beautiful. This could have been a very quick, beautiful entry for shorts. Now we go to the next London session, I think, because we're done for this day. We're already tapped into the 4 hour, and is price gonna keep going higher? It's possible. Let's see how it behaves inside of this 15-minute. Let's wait. Now it will be good if you can have a run here though, because the 15-minute yes did run, but if you can have a 5-minute, then it will be better. Looks like we're somehow consolidating. Okay, looks like possible trade should have been here. Next London session. Go again. Remove these 3 drawings and see how price looks like. Check the daily. Whoa, we're dropping. 4 hour. I mean, we have a good draw on liquidity here. 1 hour is displacing lower. Okay, we could look for some reasons to short towards that gap lower. Then we inverse this 5-minute. I'm not gonna take shorts right away, although they would look tempting. Okay, I think I found a good time to port. we get a run on liquidity here. Now if it's if it's time to go lower, this should be the time, because now we're running highs on highs. Looks like there is no trade for me here though. That was a very quick recovery. Nothing on the 30, nothing on the 15, bro. Getting cooked back to back. Literally back to back. Alright. What are we going to do? Go to the next London session, get the daily. Price is still bearish. Have this low here. Looks like we might actually keep holding higher, because look at this 1 hour. It's not looking the best. So 1 hour just burst, and what does that tell us? Not going lower. It always. Now the draws will be changed. We'll put that high here in case price keeps looking this bullish. So if you can have a liquidity run, then I will try longs. But so far, don't think so. Like just looking at the daily, like daily liquidity run, then entering on the 5 minute. I think those will be some like uncorrelated things to do in life. Right, get a good 50-minute gap retracement, which is a good 5 minute actually, because you can see this low here gets run and this low here gets run, and we're having some good displacement. Damn, I think I'm going to enter here because it's also a 15-minute inverse. Alright, looks like there was a small buffer there. Either way, yeah, I think price is bullish. This will be a reasonable draw and these highs here, so we'll see how price moves. Don't even end up having that high there taken, so let's see. Yeah, looks like price is going to start stalling now. Honestly, I would like to close this too far, because why do I want to hold through this? I think it's a gap as well, and I've already got my piece of the pie, man. Yeah, full TP here now. Whoa, what kind of edge is that? Crazy. Either way, I think this was a very good move though. This was a very good move to R secured like in a couple of minutes. Might even continue to those Asia highs. But yeah, this goes to show that we should stop at the lowest high to take our own piece of the pie, as Michael does say. Alright, next London session, check your daily. Price is displacing higher, check the 4 hour. we're just placing higher. We have this 4 hour unfilled. 1 hour, nothing. We have this unfilled here. I would like to see price retrace there, but I'm not going to try to see the retracement. I'm going to wait and see how price moves. We get a 15-minute gap retracement, then good displacement higher, and we've run low. So this is obvious the price is going to run to these highs, right? Bang. And see, would be a, it would have been a quick like bank right away, but I wanted to see like 5-minute movements. I'm trying to trade higher time frames because it looks they like look very clean. And bang, 1 hour. Let's see if we can take trades here. Can have a retracement, it would be good though. Right, there goes. Okay, nothing is moving here. Looking for the next trading day. We are at third. This will be the third day of February. So my draw is bullish because prices has been moving higher. The way it's gonna get there though is quite challenging because I don't think it would retrace all the way here for it to move higher. Well, it's possible, but it's not that likely. So let's read it and see how it goes. 5-minute has already putting a good inverse flow at around 240. Okay, consolidation. I believe these will be the liquidity runs here. $15 liquidity run, that's good. We're not having any solid displacement for me to take longs, to be honest. Okay, this looks quite solid. Get a good inverse here. It's not in any POI as you can see here. Nothing there, but you get a liquidity run here and another liquidity run here. And a good displacement of the 15 minutes. So if we can tap into this 1 hour gap here, I would like to see how it behaves and start trailing. Yeah, we're gonna get stopped out in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, right there. Okay, this looked aggressive. Let's remove these drawings and go to the next London session. Check the daily again. So now I'm waiting to option. Should I do New York or should I do London? We have this good inverse. If we check the 1 hour, this gap here, maybe we could have these lows here taken out. Alright, when I check the 1 hour, I can see that we're holding inside of this gap. 5-minute just inversed, 15-minute is displacing lower after having this good liquidity run. Now I would like to trail like immediately the timer on this low here. So we could potentially have this low here, but we'll see how price moves and trade accordingly. All right, there it goes, the trail. We are running this low here soon, and we do it right away. That's quite good. Whoa. Get stopped out for price to continue lower without us. Not good, not good, not good. But I do think we could have trailed here as we wait for full TP. The only problem I know is that most of the times this stuff don't work out. Okay, we end up not running this high here. Then we deliver lower. Very beautiful. Let's see, will it hit full TP? Bro, it would have hit full TP, man. It would have hit full TP. I'm the one who sabotaged myself on that one. So yeah, that's how people become unprofitable, man. That's how people lose all their money to trading. Going on tilt after something like that. Next London session. We check the daily. How is it looking like? For hour. Currently is holding inside of this fair value gap, so you could potentially have some bullish movements. Tap into this 1 hour, then displacement higher. I don't really know what is going to happen next, but yeah, we'll see. That's a good retracement lower. Yeah, drop day. Next London session. I do think that we're bullish and these will grow since we have this fair value gap here on the 4 hour. This one here. Now the 1 hour, we have these Asia highs that were run slightly. Now we do think longs will be a good play, so I'd like to wait and see how price moves. Okay, we're having some solid displacement. We have a good run on this low so far, but then we're tapping into a 15 minutes, so I wouldn't trust it fully. I think it's time to long. What I know is that I can get more than a 1-2 something here. If it doesn't edge these highs. Oh wait, bro. Get stopped out right away. So we're literally getting no movement so far. Looks like price had to manipulate us. Okay, let's check the stats. How are they looking so far? Go to backtesting sessions here. Now, so far this one has a 60% win rate, but that's just 20 trades, and it was only like January, so still have a chance of making it happen. So this is how January went. All would have went, I'd say. And I'd say, not bad. February so far, getting cooked back to back. But you see that the trade frequency is actually lower because I'm using the higher time frame. Checking the 15-minute. I think we still have draws here, so we'll see what happens. Consider the draws will end up getting run. So we're in some shop here. It's not really clear here where price wants to head to. We have a small 15-minute here holding. I'd like to see if we displace lower to run the lows before I can maybe take longs at least. But so far we don't have a clear read on where price is going. Okay, that 15-minute ends up getting inversed, and then we displace higher, running this high. And look at what happens at this CISD here. Drop, retrace higher, and bam, drop, retrace. Looks like it's time for shorts here. Then we could have these Asia lows. 1% of the initial balance, that's $500. Now we wait and see if shorts work out. Run this low, then we reverse right away. And this is an obvious stop out. Okay, this is looking good so far. But are we gonna run those Asia lows, or are we gonna get stopped out or break even? Chances are we get stopped out. Yeah. After price moved all these points, just to stop us out or break even. This is what trading gold feels like. And then we hit full stop loss around this high. Oh. Right, next London session, check the daily. We still are displacing higher, I think, even though it's in a choppy manner. There's nothing interesting on this 15-minute, unless maybe we run these draws here, but so far there is nothing. We have this 5-minute, small 5-minute gap here. Only it could hold for price to head to Asia lows. Alright, see what happens at 450. So if price is going to go lower, it would first run these out, but it looks like with this kind of displacement, it wouldn't be going lower. It's not possible. And there goes TP. nothing more than this. Gonna wait 5 minutes. There goes the inverse. How about the 15 though? Bro, what is happening? We end up running the Asia lows aggressively. Was it like an NFP or something? Probably like CPI though. We're getting some solid displacement high. Okay, we're done here. Next London session. Check the daily. Nothing. We're still consolidating. Is that consolidation that happened after price dumped like thousands of points from all-time highs? And until now, gold still hasn't hit all-time highs of 5,000. The ones that it hit at the start of the year in January. Insane. We'll reach here after years. Still in consolidation. Like I can't read this, to be honest. I can't read this. I mean, I know that we have roles here. I know that we have roles here, but how are we gonna deliver there? That's what I don't know, because price is obviously dropping now. So this is a good run on liquidity here. Look at this displacement lower. By the way, I think we could have a good short here, but yeah, I already tapped into discount here. So around here where we tapped in premium, then we could take the short towards this low here. I stop around there for a 2R. Even though we're in consolidation, this would be like an AMD sort of move. Bro, what's with the price edging TP points before? This is like, these are Asia lows, bro. Nah, this is rigged. This is totally rigged. Either way, that was all for today, man. Quite an early backtesting session, but a good one. Got to see how price works with gold. All I'm left with is doing some demo trading and tape reading it every single day to see how it goes. And with that being said, have a great time. Yeah, I was thinking of streaming some Fortnite gaming these weeks while I'm free. So if anyone's interested, you should probably hit me in Discord and see how we can arrange that. Other than that, stay blessed. Peace.